Hi everybody, it's Julia, your trusted travel expert, helping you find that je ne sais quoi wherever you are in the world. And today I wanted to start my recap of Uganda, which has been a little challenging to do because there's so much and that happened and that I want to share with you. So I'm going to get as far as I can today and try and keep these short, and so there will probably be several different parts to it. So we started off in Entebbe, which is the former colonial capital of Uganda, located right on the shores of Lake Victoria. And the first day was mostly just spent relaxing by the pool. We went in and did a little bit of shopping in the local markets and found a lady to make some dresses and just, kind of met everybody else that was coming on the trip and just acclimated to the time and everything like that. So then the next day, day 2, was a very fun day. We started off with a biking tour of the town. And obviously I don't have a ton of footage from that because, well, the bikes were pretty good quality, but not like the best. And the roads were definitely questionable at times. So this was definitely not a one-handed biking excursion. I definitely wanted to keep both hands on the bike at all times. But we did stop a couple times, and the first stop was at a really neat fishing village. It's right on the shores of Lake Victoria, which is the second largest lake in the world. And so a lot of people make their money from fishing. And so it was really interesting to see how they make their houses very primitively, and just see they were frying up some freshly caught fish. The lady there, who was very protective of her kids, and obviously this was our first interaction with locals, so we had talks about masks and what we were doing there and all kinds of good stuff like that. So here's some pictures from that. Look at these ants. Yeah. Oh, really? Great. Look. So after the biking tour, most of my fellow travel buddies decided to just rest. Some of them had just gotten in the night before, so they were pretty tired. But I, having already had a day of rest, was ready for more. So we set off in little wooden boats across Lake Victoria, not very far, but just across a little ways, to the Mbamba Swamp, where the amazing prehistoric looking shoebill stork lives. This is a very old species of bird of stork, and it's super rare, and you have to go into these wetland areas to find it. And so we did, and here's what that looked like. So as day 3 dawned, it was time for our big long drive to Murchison Falls National Park. Now, we knew this was going to be a long drive. It's a long drive normally, but normally it's a lot shorter than it ended up being for us because there's a shortcut that they made with a ferry crossing over the Nile River that cut several hours, many hours in our case, out of your trip. But due to a 50-year flood that Uganda was experiencing, we had to go all the way around the park to the northern side and then back down to where our lodge was located on the far side of the Nile. So it was quite a long day. We started off in Kampala, which is the capital of Uganda. It's only about 20 minutes from Entebbe, and no matter when you leave, and we left around 7 a.m., you're gonna have quite a bit of traffic. And that's what this looked like. Chickens. Fish. Mangoes. More live chickens.
Oh, wow.
Where? Oh, yeah. When we finally made it out of the cities and out of all those crazy markets and crazy traffic, after an hour or so, we finally made it to the Ziwa Rhino Conservancy. And that is a wonderful, wonderful place where dedicated volunteers or staff are trying to bring back the white rhino to Uganda. Now, the white rhino was hunted basically to extinction in the country during the turmoil of the Idi Amin and post-Amin era, the 70s and 80s in Uganda. And so right around 2000, they imported 6 rhino from around the world. A few of them actually came from Disney here in Florida. And then they have slowly grown the population, and now they have 32 individuals. And so we got all kitted out in our rubber boots and put our masks on and went out with the rangers to go find the rhino on foot, and it was amazing. I got to see 2 different mother, adult child or older child pairs, and then a group of 5 or 6, and it was just really, really impressive to be around these animals. So these are the rhinos. And I just walked through this field. Sandy's taking her picture. And this is where we are. So after we saw the rhino and we had a quick lunch, late lunch at a lodge inside the Conservancy, it's time to hit the road again. And I remember specifically it was like 3 or 3:30, and we were hoping to get to our hotel in Murchison Falls by around 7:30. Well, that unfortunately did not happen. The quality of that road is not a paved road, and it's a major trade route up to, I think, South Sudan. And so these giant, 18-wheeler trucks and stuff, carry goods back and forth and just destroy the road. And so there are these massive potholes, and we would, have to basically stop to go over them and not jostle ourselves. But after a pitch black side of the road potty break, which was its own adventure, where that's right around the same time that all of our phone notifications let us know the results of the U.S. presidential election. So that was memorable as well. We finally made it to the gates of Murchison Falls National Park, where we experienced our first major COVID protocols. We all had to get our temperatures taken, register who we were and where we were going, and sanitize our hands, which we did all the time. But as soon as we made it into the park, we ended up seeing a hippo and some antelope and some game already, even though it was pitch black and so late. And once we finally got to our lodge, the Para Safari Lodge, up overlooking the Nile, not that we could see it yet, we very wearily had a little toast to the election results, and enjoyed a delicious barbecue dinner. And that was time for bed, because the next day, some of us, including me, we're going to get up right in time for a 6 a.m. departure to see the sunrise and to see our first game. So I'm going to end it there, and because this is already long, and next time we will get to the game in Murchison Falls. That's it for this week. Bye-bye.